Okay, so in today's video we're going to take you through how to fix your lat pull down. This is one of the best back exercises. You'll see it absolutely murdered, so we can take you through some tips, what to do, what not to do, and also 5 pull down variations. So firstly, we're going to take you through what not to do. Okay, so mistake number 1 I see when people do lat pull down is they use everything but their lat. So they're using a huge amount of momentum to pull the weight down, mainly because they're using too much weight. So they're literally swinging back and forth and they're letting the weight catapult them back up. So that's probably the biggest mistake I see when people are doing lat pull down. What we want to be doing is keeping our body locked in stone, keeping our body upright, brace our abs, so your upper body isn't moving. All that should be moving is through the arm and through the lat to actually engage the muscle we're trying to target. Mistake number 2 I see with the lat pull down, which is huge, is people only do partial reps. So what we actually want to do when we're training our lat is get the muscle as short as possible. So by doing that, what we want to do is get the bar, come all the way down as short as we can, so we can drive our elbow back as far as we can and get the muscle short as possible. So we want to try and be bringing the bar down, ideally to the top of our chest, and really squeezing through our back whilst bracing our abs, not just coming partial reps to here. If you can only do partial reps, chances are the weight is far, far too heavy. So to form a lat pull down correctly for pretty much all variations, what we want to focus on doing is bracing, keeping our abs tight, so we're not swinging forward and back. We want to make sure we get the fully protracted lengthened position at the top, and then initiating the movement by driving our shoulders down, and then following through with our arms. So we want to make sure that we're not pulling with our bicep, we want to pull down with our back, use the muscles of the lats first, and then finish the exercise with our biceps. Again, when you get to the bottom, have a nice squeeze, try and get the bar into your chest, and then up again, and control the weight on the way up, the negative, don't just let it catapult back up. Again, that's another big mistake we see when people train back. We want to make sure that we keep our core stable, keep the muscle on the whole way through, and then all the way up as well. Okay, so pull down variation 1, we're going to do it underhand. So that means our palms facing us and slightly wide, and what we want to do is lean slightly back. So this is going to help us really engage our lower lat by the underhand position, and we want to drive down. We want to keep a slightly back position, so as we come forward in the pull down, it's going to really stretch and lengthen our lat there. So example coming up. So leaning back, brace my abs. Drive the bar into my chest at the bottom and really squeeze. So that's a wide pull down variation, which is phenomenal for the lower lats, but we also really want to make sure we're maintaining a slight backward lean by bracing our abs. Okay, so next up we're going to do another underhand variation, where we're going to come narrower, so our hands are just shoulder width apart. And what we're going to focus on doing is staying more upright, but pushing our elbows forward. So we're literally thinking about driving down whilst keeping our chest up. So we're creating that shortening of the lat there by keeping our chest up. Don't let yourself roll forward, because you'll find naturally if you fatigue or if the weight's too much, you'll want to do this, which will let the tension off the lat. So keep your chest up. Think about driving, pushing the elbow forward at the start of the movement. So you'll probably see that good from a side-on point of view. And we're going to stay nice and tight. One other big tip with all the pull downs is when you get into the machine, actually actively think about almost doing a calf raise into the knee pad to get yourself really set. And you'll find that really helpful across all the different types of variations of pull downs. Variation pull down number 3 is the behind the neck pull down. So you have to have good shoulder mobility to be able to do this. So if you don't have good shoulder mobility, this probably isn't the exercise for you. What we want to be doing is going wide grip, again, slightly forward with the head. Drive the bar behind your head, and you feel at the top you should be able to get good stretch and you get really good squeeze at the bottom of the motion. So again, this is one to focus more on form than moving the weight, as you should do with all pull down exercises. So that's a killer one with a slightly different variation if you have good shoulder mobility to do it. So next up we're going to do a single arm pull down using what's called a D handle. So ideally use the ones that are flexible like this with the string sort of material. And what we want to focus on here, like if you have imbalances, this is a really good way to fix it. What we want to think about doing is really driving the elbow back and down and squeeze into that side as hard as you can and really focus on the contraction there. You also want to keep your chest up. So this is a really good exercise to be able to train your lat and your back in a shorter position. So I'd really overemphasize holding and squeezing that bottom position. And if you think about, instead of just going back and down with your elbow, you want to go around almost your back, because your lat is designed actually to pull your elbow around your back, not just back and down. So to give you an example, it's literally trying to almost pull it behind myself. So last of the pull down variations, we're going to do a neutral grip, which is palms facing in. So I find if you have issues maybe where you feel your lat pull down, you feel in your biceps a bit, this is a very more friendly exercise in terms of on your arms and your biceps. So again, what we really want to be able to focus on doing here with this particular bar is keeping more upright. We don't want to be leaning back. We want to keep our abs nice and engaged and like braced. Everything's locked in stone. And again, just focus on keeping elbows forward, drive down and squeeze hard as you can at the bottom. So the whole goal is to get tension on the lats and then maintain tension on the lats. So as I'm coming in, I'm literally doing a calf raise, my calf into the floor, so lifting my heels up, chest up, elbows, push my elbows like if I push my elbows forward there, you see my lats engage as I come forward. So what people will start here, you actually want to push forward, keep elbows forward, squeeze. Obviously with this bar, you're not going to be able to get it down to your chest. But just take it as low as you can. Again, maintaining elbows forward, keep your torso in a steady position, and the abs braced. So this is the explanation, lat pull down, how to do it and why to do it. Big take home point of what you need to think about, two things. Firstly, get rid of body inertia and movement. Get rid of this rocking around bollocks. Keep your core braced and think about getting tension on the lat, which we're trying to train. Keep tension there and just stay on it all the time. So 5 different lat pull down variations for you to try here. Let me know which one's your favorite. If you found this video helpful, please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, drop us a comment with anything else you'd like to see in the next video. And if you need any help with your own one-to-one coaching in terms of getting the best physique possible, hit the link below and you can book in a free strategy call with myself and the CJ coaching team.